After about 3 long weeks, we are back in Thompson-Boling Arena at Food City Center, where Tennessee just trounced, routed, blew out George Mason. All those words I think apply. That's Eric Woods. I'm Caleb Jarreau with the Daily Beacon here. Eric, what's your biggest takeaway from tonight?
They rebounded from their losing streak, and George Mason isn't a bad team.
No. Very good at the mid-major level.
And then they were hanging in there for most of the first half, and then I think it was an 18-4 run from 2 minutes left in the first half into for the next 4 minutes, the middle 4 minutes of the game, and you saw Tennessee start shooting better. They were taking better shots too, and you saw, I think Aidoo, Jonas had 11 of those points. So
Dalton Connect chipped in a lot there too. It's the Eli Drinkwitz strategy. Win the middle 4 minutes.
Exactly.
But yeah, you're right. They ended that first half on a 6-0 run and then came out of the locker room firing. And George Mason's head coach put it perfect. You know, he told his players that could have went George Mason's way and they'd be leaving with a win, because that really was the swing.
Yeah.
Now, obviously Tennessee was leading the whole time,
Yeah.
but it was like 6, 8, 10-point leads that bounce up and down. For me, assists to made baskets tonight, they had 27 assists to 32 made baskets. You don't see that a lot from this Tennessee team. And tonight they were moving the ball well. Zakai had 6. Josiah-Jordan James had 6. Speaking of Josiah-Jordan James, plus 25 on the night for him.
I was really impressed.
Yeah, 6 for 9 from the field, 6 rebounds, 15 points. And I think it was either Jonas or Tobe put it best that he's healthy now. This is what healthy Josiah-Jordan James looks like. The Josiah-Jordan James that many Tennessee fans were used to always had an ankle injury, a knee injury. Jonas even hinted that he was dealing with a wrist injury right now, but I couldn't tell from the way he was playing. What did you think about Jonas and just in general? Jonas isn't a big man, or Josiah-Jordan James is not a big man. Jonas is a big man, and he had a good night tonight that we'll get to. But what did you see out of JJJ tonight?
Well, he's not considered a big man, but he's been playing pretty much the 4 all year.
Yeah.
So, and he's playing a big role on the boards, and like you said, he's healthy. Last year he played 24 games, and I think he was playing like 25 minutes a game coming off the bench for most of the year.
Yeah.
He would have an outburst, like maybe he'd have like a 10+ point outburst, and then the next game he'd score 3 and just wouldn't shoot that well. He was just
and then he missed 6 games with an injury.
Exactly. I think someone said he was settling for a lot of 3s, and now that jumper right here, he's doing that turnaround like from 8 feet away.
The rise up jumper from 2K.
And it's a really pretty jumper.
It is.
He's scoring at all levels now to me, and you see him taking it to the hole, something he hasn't really been that great at his whole career, and now I think he's seen an increase in points per game, just efficiency in general, field goal percentage.
Plus minus of 25 is crazy.
Exactly.
And then Dalton Connect and Zakai, another guy who's kind of coming back from injury. I feel like Zakai looked a lot like his old self tonight. Obviously, George Mason is not a top 25 ranked team or anything, but Zakai was kind of running the offense, shot 2 for 6. Barnes said he wishes he would have shot more. His 2 made baskets were 3, so he finishes with 6 points, 2 steals, and 6 assists, like we mentioned. That's kind of the Zakai we've become used to, where if he doesn't have to score and he can just steal the ball, get assists, like create the offense, he's playing his best.
Yeah.
And then Jonas Aidoo, who I want to get to, career high tonight, 17 points, led the way. He's plus 16, shot 7 for 11 from the field, 8 rebounds, 4 assists. George Mason at the mid-major level in the A-10, they're a team that defends the paint well. Their coach talked about it tonight. When you look at their game notes or any of their history, like they pride themselves on defending the paint and scoring in the paint. And tonight, Jonas kind of made him look stupid. What did you think about him?
He's really tall, but he's not
6'11".
He's not the biggest guy, and I think in the past he's tried to. At least last year you saw it a lot. Him trying to just bully, and he's not a bully. That's just how it is. But he kind of gets that first bump and then takes it over, and then he can shoot. He hasn't shot. It's all shot selection for him, because you see like a one pass 3-pointer in the corner 6 seconds into the shot clock, rather than inside out. He's in the corner, and that's a really good shot.
2 threes tonight.
Exactly.
And George Mason's coach talked about it like, you can't do anything. Like, if a guy's hitting threes like that, what are you supposed to do? And you think about, he called him a stereotypical SEC big, but I kind of want to bounce back against that. Oscar Tshiebwe's not shooting. He's not even shooting the midi.
No.
And that's my first thing when I think of an SEC big is a guy like that.
Yeah.
So Jonas being able to get that mid-range, jump out, hit that three-pointer, and then still get points in the paint like he did tonight and kind of lead this team. They need that against ranked opponents. You didn't get that as much against North Carolina. He struggled with Baycott in the paint, got sealed off a lot, gave up a lot of points.
Yeah.
You need that against him. Tobe played well tonight. He was another guy we got in post-game, back from his ankle injury. He said that he pushed through the ankle injury in Maui, got back from Maui and realized that his ankle was not good enough to be pushing through. He's another guy that you need consistent performances every night from. And really, if they can get that big group rounded out, Cade Phillips felt like he had some good minutes tonight. JP Estrella is another big guy they'll rely on.
He had the last 6 points of the game.
Exactly. If you can get your bigs for this team to kind of, your post players to be consistent, exactly. Barnes talked about consistency. I mean, you have scores. Like, Zakai will get his. Santiago had a very good bounce back game tonight. He'll get his. Dalton Connect, we know he'll get his. Jordan Gainey. Like, those guys will score. You just need Jonas Aidoo to pitch in his 10 and 8, or Tobe to pitch in, what did he have tonight, 11? Yeah.
11 and 8.
He
career
had
high.
A career high for Tobe, too. So 2 career highs from the bigs. 11 and 7 from Tobe, 17 and 8 from Jonas. Those performances is what will make this team go far in March, because when the shots aren't falling, if Tobe is hitting a hook shot, like, that's a high percentage take. So you need those guys. And, I mean, final thing, Freddie was back. We saw a little bit of the freshman. What was kind of your biggest takeaway from maybe some of those injured guys who we didn't get to talk about at North Carolina?
Yeah, I mean, I expected, I mean, we did talk about Dalton, but I expected him to be on some type of minutes restriction.
He looked fine.
I didn't see any signs of injury. He struggled to even walk off the court, and he had to be helped off. So I mean,
Buddy came out here and hit. I mean, second shot of the game was his 3, wide open. And first off, which is crazy, and it was in my lead of the story, he doesn't catch the ball. He drops it, picks it up from his feet, sees the defender probably like where you're at, pulls it, shot's pure. Like, I think his ankle looks fine. I also don't think, if they were playing a ranked team tonight, maybe you could say, well, he's just pushed through it. Like, there was no reason for him to play against George Mason, and he looked fine.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I don't even know if we want to call him an injured guy, but Tobe, Freddie, Dalton, I guess, the trio that we talked about on Monday. What did you see from those guys? And then Illinois on Saturday will be a big test. What do you think will be the key? We'll look forward. What's the key for this team on Saturday?
I mean, it's just like Barnes has been saying, just do what you're good at, and that you'll do it. And this team isn't going to be a team that shoots. Like, there's good shooters on this team. Shooting 33s a night isn't the key to success.
Yep.
And
we're not the Golden State Warriors.
I mean, it could be if those are good shots. If they're just giving you the 3, take the 3. But I mean, you saw the inside game work, and that as the game progressed, that opened up the outside, and that's the key for this team. It's what Barnes has been saying all year. He wants to see more of the inside game in the post, and that opened up a lot. You see 11 and 17 from Jonas and Tobe Awaka.
40 points in the paint. Almost half of your points are in the paint, and you still hit 9 threes.
Yeah.
So, like you said, it's working. The inside-out game works for this team.
And they're rebounding really well right now. I mean, it's not 3 guys. Like, it's rebound by committee right now. You have 8 by Jonas Aidoo, and
8 from Aidoo.
Had 6.
4 from Vescovy.
Yeah. Everybody on the sheet has
7 from 2. Yeah, exactly. Jamai had 4. Jamai had some really good rebounds where he came in from the 3-point line. Like you said, I'm with you. If Tennessee plays their basketball, that inside-out game, don't rely on the 3, and have one of your scorers, like Dalton Connect can't just disappear like he has in the past. Don't have Dalton Connect disappear and play that inside-out game. This team should take care of business against Illinois on its home floor. I would also like to mention, yes, Illinois is a ranked opponent in another tough test. Illinois will not be Kansas, Purdue. They don't have those. I mean, there's no Zach Edey that plays for Illinois. Yeah. Will be a tough test. I'm with you. Tennessee plays the inside-out game, does what they need to do. They will take care of business. We'll be back here on Saturday to see if we were right. So for Eric Woods and Caleb Jarreau, another production of the Daily Beacon Sports Podcast Network, post-game show, whatever we're calling this now.